We should be live. Let's find out. But yeah, says we're live.
Yep. We're doing it live.
We're doing it live.
We're doing it live. Okay.
All right, and all right, we are in fact live. Awesome. All right, hello everyone. Ace here. Welcome to today's live stream. I'm joined today with returning guest Nico 40K.
Always a pleasure, Ace, especially on this occasion.
Pleasure once again to have you on, and today we are back with some more High Republic adventures. Except we're not, because this is a special 2025 annual issue.
Ooh, never done that one before, have they?
Yeah, that's something else. So I looked this up, and as far as I can tell, this is the only annual issue that Disney has ever put out for the High Republic.
Mm-hmm.
Phase 3 annual, and as far as I can tell, 2025 was the first year that they started. Which is really funny, because 2025, I'm pretty sure, is going to be the last year for High Republic. At least as far as most of the media is concerned. Maybe they'll make the game in 2026 or later, or who knows. But as far as I've heard, Phase 3 is supposed to be the end of it. And we're getting close to the end, more specifically, because it should be July is when the final issues are going to be kicking off. So, Laugh Cavalier says first and last annual. Correct.
Oh, yeah.
So for this, we have... this is supposed to be a compilation of various short stories, I guess.
Yeah.
Which means it's also going to be a lot longer than what we're used to. It's 45 pages, because of course it is.
Yeah, though my usual thing, skipping the pages, I imagined it's gonna be a breeze, considering the value of the content, but who knows? Who knows what we will see?
So we got, it's already showing Alyssa Wong, Kevin Scott, Justina Ireland,
Kevin Scott!
Zoraida Cordova, Charles Sewell, and Rosemary Sewell. I wonder if those two are related or something. But I don't notice any Daniel Jose Older.
Ooh, okay. Now we're getting somewhere.
So let's see how many people had to read the plot of this particular comic. This is going to be a record taker, I'm pretty sure, because of all the various writers. Who, if they're doing their job correctly, probably should be cross-referencing each other.
Let's do it.
So we got Charles Sewell, Rosemary Sewell, Alyssa Wong, Zoraida Cordova, Kevin Scott, and Justina Ireland as writers. That is 6 people already. We then have the 2 letterers. So now we're up to 8. We now have an editor, 9, an assistant editor, 10, a senior editor, 11, an associate editor, 12, and then the Lucasfilm Story Group, 13, 14, and 15. So 15 people had to read the various plots of this comic before it became publicly available.
Have we hit a new record, or?
Yes. That is definitely a new record.
Ring the bells, folks. We've hit a new record.
A new record!
Of shit.
And then we have, how many artists do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doing the color art. Plus a 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th doing the illustrations. And then an 11th and 12th doing the cover art.
Oh.
Then you have a digital art technician, which puts that up to 13. An art director, that puts it up to 14. A creative art manager, that puts it up to 15 again. Holy shit. I should be doing more Smash Brothers references, because apparently everyone is here. Everyone except Daniel Jose Older, which is a damning statement, considering this particular issue is tied in with High Republic Adventures, apparently. You know, Daniel Jose Older's baby. That is a damning statement about the sheer incompetence of Daniel Jose Older. The fact that he's not even invited to the annual comic book issue of his own series.
Oh, it's just, who knows? Maybe he was just busy, or perhaps, undoubtedly, but maybe he felt a stench of this one. I was like, no.
In fact, I don't even think the artists that have been typically associated with High Republic Adventures are associated with this, because I notice we don't have... Let's try to find the artists here. I didn't notice Michael Attea. I didn't notice Harvey Talabau, nor Nick Rogenshire. Nor Kevin Talabau. I didn't notice any of the people that typically work on High Republic Adventures involved in this. So everyone that is involved typically with High Republic Adventures has nothing to do with this except for maybe Tyler Smith, the letterer. That is a massive fucking oof already.
Who knows? Will it improve the comic? Who knows? Who knows?
Laughing Cavalier says, many brain cells died to bring us this annual Mon Mothma. So long as they're Daniel Jose Older's brain cells, you know. Maybe that's why he's not in here. Nico says, hello, chat.
Yeah, that's me.
Yep.
Hello, chat.
Alright, now we can finally get into the actual comic, which once again ties itself to Young Jedi Adventures and the Acolyte. So, you know this is going to be a winner.
Chicken dinner.
Alright. Star Wars The High Republic, Trials of the Jedi. The final confrontation between the Jedi and the Nihil looms. The valiant Jedi are spread thin as they are put to the ultimate test on 3 separate fronts. Some rally against Nihil marauders who plan to punish the planet Eridu for its resistance to their rule. A brave few struggle to stop the mysterious blight, an infection moving from planet to planet, draining worlds of life, and others battle the sinister Marchion Ro and his monstrous, nameless creatures. Laughing Cavalier says, lol, the Acolyte. Yep, indeed. And Paul Schlock has donated another gift membership. Thank you very much, Paul Schlock, for that. Once again, to everyone that donates, I cannot thank you guys enough. You guys do a massive favor to the channel whenever you do that. So, once again, thank you for that. Thank you very much. Thank you again, Paul Schlock. So, yeah.
Very based. Very based.
Thank you. To save the Republic, the Jedi will face their fears and their most daunting challenges yet. If they fail on just one of these battlefronts, the wave of darkness will extinguish the light of the Jedi forever. And that's a good thing.
Baby!
And that's a good thing.
Oh, man, all those articles flashing before my eyes. And why that's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Yeah, that's why I've started to use that phrase on things that will piss off the journalist bunch and the far left.
Mm.
Trump is crushing down on a bunch of Antifa terrorists. Yes, that's a good thing.
Yep.
Or to use the words of another certain individual that does not like me at all, but claims to be a centrist, but isn't. In his own words, he said, quote, based, shoot more.
What? Holy hell.
He wasn't talking about that, though. But, you know,
yeah.
In his words.
Yeah.
I'm just going to start using that little quote to piss him off, too, a little bit as a means of trolling. But let's continue.
Mm-hmm.
3 younglings and the snack frog of doom.
What a title.
Cool. Alright, so we now have Snack Frogs of Doom for some reason. Okay.
I'm sorry, it's just the name, Snack Frog of Doom. It just sounds like a really bad Harry Potter title.
It does.
Actually,
I'm reminded of the chocolate frogs.
yeah. I mean, speaking of, I'm not gonna say anything, but you'll feel the fan fiction very soon.
Okay. Adelphi, just outside the occlusion zone, 3 hours post-Nihil attack.
Oh, hey, look, it's the border.
Welcome to Los Angeles.
Perhaps there was a certain raid.
Come on, Markion Rowe, build that fucking wall. Markion Rowe's sitting there on his throne. They're not letting in their best. They're letting in Jedi who are killing people en masse while advocating for light and life.
I'm just saying we need to get this. We need to get Stonewall. We gotta get it bigger, and we gotta get it 10 feet taller.
And
I looked at it.
And we're going to make the Republic pay for it.
I remember looking at the Stonewall. I was like, "Wow, that's a great wall. Make it 10 feet taller."
Paul Schlock says, reminds me of Three Little Pigs.
Holy crap! Oh yeah, you're right. What a great opportunity. Oh.
Yeah, Laughing Cavalier says the Chancellor better mobilize the Jedi National Guard.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, I know we haven't even read that dialogue, but the blue guy, why does he look like a shriveled up testicle?
And this is Master Buckets of Blood, too.
Oh no.
Master Buck, you're not supposed to be channeling Slaanesh after the orgy. You're supposed to be channeling Corn.
Now get back to that border like everyone told you. Wait, what?
Master Buck, is there anything we can do to help?
I think so, John. Then a heel struck here without warning. We weren't close enough to get here in time to stop them. But we still need to do what we can.
Man, if only there was a fleet of Republic spaceships dedicated to defending the border. Oh, wait, there is! And the dumbass that's in charge of that is busy flying off on her own missions and abandoning the fleet and not giving them any orders whatsoever.
To be fair, do you actually think they would have done a great job considering these writers?
No.
Probably make it like...
They'd probably destroy the entire planet with a swarm of space locusts while shouting for light and life.
And then bringing the Cthulhu monsters and, they're also the best. Okay.
Suaru says OMG Jedi. Yep. So let's continue.
Jedi scum. You know, he was right all along. Jedi
Turns
scum.
out he was right all along, yes.
Those children were separated from their caregivers in the attack. They're scared, and couple could use some comfort. Can you all take them somewhere and keep an eye on them? Help them feel safe until their people are located.
Of course, Master Buck, we're on it.
Where should we take them, Bree? Probably inside somewhere, right? Maybe one of the shops in town.
I have a great idea, Toko. Perfect. Wait, this is a movie theater? It is a movie theater.
A movie theater? Okay. What do I close this down? But okay, never mind. Also, are they actually showing freaking Indiana Schmoons? This belongs in an archival institute. Oh, no.
Oh, they brought Indiana Jones into this too. No.
No.
Paul Schluck says, oh my god, yep. Love Cavalier says, I'll be honest, every time you stream one of these, I have no memory of whatever happened in the previous issue. My brain cannot comprehend such brilliant writing. Hey, look, they're showing Indiana Jones 7, the retirement home of Doom.
Dude, I envy, I have, I feel bad for anyone who has to genuinely remember the canon of this stories. Because it's kind of the same, like that commenter said, like, I kind of forget the things that happen.
Well, considering some of the people that are supposed to remember it include Cavan Scott and Daniel Jose Older, I'm not exactly sympathetic to them forgetting.
Well, no.
Or having to remember, but, you know.
I mean, the ones who cover this, like you and every other streamer. Yeah, my condolences. This is so wizard.
I figured these kids could use a little fun. With everything going on, they need a way to feel safe, you know?
Totally. And it doesn't hurt that now we get to see the new Socorro Jamie Hollow.
What? Socorro Jamie? Okay. Yeah, sure.
What's going on?
Attention. Long-range sensors have detected signs that Nihil raiders have returned to the system. For your safety, public spaces are now under lockdown for the duration of the emergency. Please remain calm. Repeat, we are now in lockdown. Please remain calm.
Oh no, they're going to make them social distance. The theater is going to be off limits now.
Oh no. They'll bring... Oh my god, it's like an airplane, but instead of an air mask dropping, they're dropping in freaking... They're dropping in the COVID masks.
Yeah, it's like the Berlin airlift, except...
No.
Here's your masks to advocate your support to the status quo and the current thing.
Will it help? No, but shut up.
Gee, what a brilliant idea it was to make it so that all the only businesses that were open were major corporations, meaning everyone had to go to the exact same businesses, and also at the exact same times a day, because they limited hours too. Yeah. That surely won't spread the infection.
I'm also just really confused. Like, why would a movie theater, or a hall theater in this case, why would they have, like, top-down security like this? Like, almost blaster door level protection. Like, then again, in fairness, if certain things were to happen in movie theaters in our world, okay. Anyway.
Joke's on you, this is a lightsaber free zone.
Oh, man.
Alright.
Don't worry, we're safe in here. We're going to be okay.
What's going on? I know this... Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, this is your character. Go ahead.
I know this is overwhelming and scary, but it's really important to stay calm. Okay, who the hell has it ever worked on to tell them to stay calm?
Look, if it doesn't work on women, why would it work? Why would it work in general?
This is not how you de-escalate.
No.
Speaking of...
Help! Help! I think he's choking!
Well, he shouldn't have tried eating all of that literal garbage. What the hell is this stuff?
Oh, this looks like... What is that game called again? High on Life or something? It looks like one of those things because he's choking on them.
I could make a lot of jokes here, but I shouldn't, and I therefore won't.
Do it.
I mean, these things look like snakes or worms, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did he have to fit all of them in his mouth at the same time?
Nelson, what? Oh God, he's French.
Okay, that explains the visible faces of disgust from the audience in the background.
Someone, please! We have to help that kid.
Also, are these little bug things that he's eating alive right now?
I guess so. Not unless they're one of those gummy things that look like actual creatures, but then... What?
If they were, they wouldn't all be looking like that. Like they're moving and all that stuff, so...
No.
We've reached Eat the Bugs, but Star Wars, ladies and gentlemen.
Yuck.
Laughing Cavalier says this is exactly what George Lucas envisioned back in 1977. Yeah.
Yes. Frenchie's choking on... I mean, what?
Laughing Cavalier says, oh no, I hope nothing bad happens to Ginger Kid and the one from James Cameron's Avatar. Paul Schlock says, I hope this is integral to the main story. Alright, let's continue.
We have to help that kid.
He needs a doctor, Bree. What are we supposed to do?
What?
You're Padawans. You should be trained at least a little bit in the Force.
Do freaking, like, even then, like, hey, you even have do you guys even know about the hemlock? Just, like,
yes.
Squeeze.
That too.
Freaking hell. Oh. And it's like, oh, we can use the Force for such a trivial thing. It's like, someone might actually, you might choke to death on this, so, like, just do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Paul Schluck says Force Heimlich maneuver. Yes.
We might not be doctors, but we are Jedi. People count on us. I don't want to make a mistake either, but there's no one else to help. We have to be brave.
It's okay. Yeah. I think it would be braver to just, I don't know. It's just kind of weird to see. It's like, oh, I have to talk about this while this kid is literally choking.
Yes.
Oh, amazing.
Laughing Cavalier says, we could use the Force, but that requires effort. I know. That's the big problem with High Republic writers. It requires effort.
Oh.
All right.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're right, Bree. Let's go.
But how are we even going to help?
I think I could try something. Stay calm. Everything's going to be okay. You need to relax, or I won't be able to help you. Wait, are you sure? You should be doing this? Toko, I need you. You can use the Force. Calm this little boy down a little, right? You got it, Bree. Just listen to my voice. Don't be afraid.
Oh, yeah.
Come on. Come on. Almost got it.
Splitch. Bree, that was amazing.
It really was. But I think he still needs a real doctor. He's having trouble breathing. Master Buck is a medic. He might be able to help, but we need to get out of here fast. We don't have time to wait for the lockdown to lift.
Oh, are you sure? It's only 2 weeks to flatten the curve of Nihil raids.
Oh, what do you mean 2 weeks? It's going to be 2 years minimum.
Yeah, when I say 2 weeks, just imagine Lord Frieza going, only 2 weeks to flatten the curve. 2 weeks before the curve on this planet is flattened.
In the meantime, let me just destroy this whole race. Oh, jeez.
Are we sure Frieza wasn't a lefty in the lore?
That's curious, because you could always pretend like you're helping someone where your true goal is conquer.
And he does that in the alternate universe version of him, too. Yeah. Paul Schluck says next 6 pages is going to be them doing CPR. Alpha Cavalier says claps for Jedi and Asesk. Damn it, the Force pulled. Don't break the lockdown, you'll end up in an Australian COVID camp.
Oh my god.
There's a reason why some of those advertisements for the lockdowns, I started just playing music from Papers, Please over the advertisement, and it fits so well.
Dude, that's the thing. Like, when I was out in, like, Paris, I literally met, like, an Australian couple, and they were telling me what it was like during the lockdown. It was almost... It was like being literally locked in your house. Full-on prison style. You couldn't leave.
Well, it's Australia. They're used to prison style.
They getting conquered by the emus. Can't really do much about that.
But, yeah, there's that. Then there's the irony of having idiots. Like, I remember this game dev that was a far-left game dev was making a game about how you had to find work as a bouncer. And it was supposed to be, I guess, a commentary or whatever on illegal immigration because you're there under a visa or something like that. And the whole point was this activist was trying to say, oh, look how horrible it is. We need to have anything but open, to have the borders not be open. So I just replied with, man, that's a spicy take you have there on the COVID lockdowns. And then he immediately loses his shit over it. No, we need to lock down. We need to lock down. And shit like, yeah, it was...
Yeah.
Aura says, fuck, I am half an hour late. Oh, wait, I'm half an hour away to hire a public thing. I have been saved. Now, in all seriousness, what have I missed? Well, they have brought back lockdowns because the Nihil have returned to attack this movie theater in Star Wars. Oh, yes! Aura, since you missed it, I'm not letting you miss it. This is the movie they're watching in the High Republic. The new Socorro Jamie Hollow.
Man.
Just taking that image as long as you want.
Where is Harrison Pyond when you need him?
And also, while we're at it, taking the image of the popcorn, or what counts as popcorn in Star Wars now. Eating live alien things while they're still alive. So,
You know, it is possible the kid's French, so just be aware of that, Oros.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure the French eat them when they're dead, don't they?
They do. They do. Actually, I have tasted the snails. They're actually really good when they're crispy and in garlic sauce and all that. But alive, yeah, don't even bother.
Or it says, I see they're watching a recreation of Relooted and High Republic AAs. Well, the thing is, right? The thing is, if this was actually Relooted, this character would not be saying this belongs in an archival institute. He would be stealing it from the archival institute. And then running from the cops. And also, if this...
Oh, sorry, I was just going to say, that had to be the most, tone-deaf freaking trailer I've ever seen for a video game.
Let's make a video game where an all-black crew are busy stealing shit. What did Epic Games mean by this?
Oh. It's like the first thing they think, stealing.
There are so many memes I can make about that, so many spicy jokes that YouTube will not like.
I swear, if we don't get customizable sneakers, I'm actually going to be upset. Okay.
There is actually something that could be said. If this ends up becoming a free-to-play game or something like that, you know what?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Here's a take or an idea. The fastest way to piss off our leftists is not to refuse to buy their stuff, right? The fastest way is to take whatever message they have the exact opposite way of what they intended. Case in point, Helldivers 2.
Mm-hmm.
And The Boys. And Starship Troopers. You take the exact opposite message, you make it into the exact opposite of what the message of whatever they're making is intended, and they completely lose their shit far more than you actually refusing to buy their shit, and it just becomes obscure. Because at that point, they themselves personally become an active detriment to their own ideology. To provide another example, the original Joker movie as well, now that I think about it.
Yeah, when you...
Like, imagine seriously being pissed that your movie made $1 billion.
Oh, well, I mean, we don't have to imagine it anymore. We got Joker 2.
Yeah, and then he ended up getting made fun of again for that as well, so, you know.
God, it's so sad. I was really looking forward to that movie, but man...
Let's make it a musical. Let's have Lady Gaga be the love interest. Let's have that horrible thing that happens to the Joker happen to the Joker.
And let's have just the character of Harley Quinn, the most overexposed female DC character I have ever seen in my life.
Or says, as the comments said in the video, the jokes write themselves. Yeah, it's also like the Devil May Cry Netflix adaptation.
Oh,
where they
don't even remind me.
You know, the adaptation where they argued that Muslims are all literal demons from hell.
Yeah, oh my god. Like, tone deaf doesn't do it justice. It's like, what did they mean by this? Like, do you have like a theory on why they are supporting demons in this case? Do you think it's just because we've pushed the envelope with every other avenue we have? The only thing we have left is going for literal demons as representation and then twist it on its head or something?
I actually have a few ideas as to why they're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
First, it's subversive to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And these people are subversives. They think being subversive is an ontological good thing.
It is just like, okay, the funny thing is, there already is a character that is a subversion of this. Hellboy, right? The character is a demon, but the whole thing is, he actively doesn't want to fulfill his prophecy of bringing doom and destruction upon the earth. Like, he wants to, like... That is a subversion. Oh, the demon is actually, like, raised by a human, actually turned out to be alright. And guess what? It's one of the most popular properties that came, actually, funny enough, came out in the 90s. And, but yeah, they still think that, like, that's, like, the whole, it's like, oh, we're gonna make the demons into the good guys, and the angels into the bad guys, because we are so original. It's like, guys, we did this in the freaking 90s and such. It's not new. It's not edgy either. It's actually what I would expect from, like, the very first Like an author that wanted to try subverting expectation, but they haven't written anything aside from fan fiction.
Mm.
It's kind of like that.
Well, I will say is, let's see here. Alferi says, what would have been cooler, being an advanced alternate African looting ancient European unit ruins in an alternate timeline where Europe is a desolate wasteland. You have to deal with ancient whites. I believe that movie already exists. It's called Black Panther.
Oh, that movie. I only saw it once, and I never wanted to see it again.
Ursa's shocked Pikachu face. Siege's hello there. Oh god, the power of Christ compels you. Ursa's welcome Siege to the retard Olympics. The children are winning. Yes, let's continue the madness.
Yep.
Before we get the channel completely demonetized. Again.
You're welcome.
It wasn't your fault on that, so.
No, but I added to the madness.
Laughing Cavalier says, come on, he is White Panther now. Oh yeah, that too!
Yes, baby! And like, it doesn't even matter if it's gonna turn out, oh, he's actually the secret villain as the Black Panther. It's like, it doesn't even matter. He's white now. We made it. We did it in 2025. Fuck yeah, let's do it! We can finally get Ryan Reynolds. We can finally...
Or it says, oh, they're special, alright, more so in this universe. And Alfari says,
Ryan Gosling.
Finest role. Siege
Do
says, I was thinking they were spit. Alright. Yeah. That's good. Yeah, the fact that... And you know the ultimate bitch slap. All he has to do to bitch slap the far left if they ever complain to say, I identify as black now. And then they completely lose the argument.
Oh my god, yes. they would like, what would they do? Because like, they can't really say it's like, well, no, you're not, because you are by definition a white guy. It's like, well, I identify, and the identifying is your whole thing.
And then they have to go, well, you don't even look at, you know where that's going to go. And I'm not going to add any more to that. I'm not going to add any more to that.
Oh, crap.
He's going to be like Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Just Tropic Thunder.
Oh. 400 years. That word has held us down. Okay, shall we continue now?
Yes, we shall. Siege says representation at last. Greg says, oh Christ, I'm late. Or says, Left Cavalier, what do you mean by your diversity? It is our diversity now. Craig says, what's up, Ace? Not much. We're having a laugh to distract ourselves from the nightmares that are the High Republic. Or says, yes, Ace, yes. Come to the base side. Siege says, as a white African, I approve of this message.
Hail! Hail, my boy!
If you want to piss off a leftist, just tell them that technically Elon Musk is an African American, and then watch the gears spin on that, too.
Yeah. Oh. It's like, what can they even say? The only thing I'll say, my dear boy Siege, I hope you're not a farmer.
Alright, let's continue.
Yeah, okay. That went a bit too far.
No, I didn't go too far. I didn't go far enough. Maybe what we should do is we should deport all of the rioters in LA, ship them to South Africa, and then just tell the locals that they're all boars.
Oh.
Then the media will actually start acknowledging it.
Yes. Oh my god. And demonetize in 3, 2, 1.
If any of the activist types want to complain about it either, Just tell them we're diversifying South Africa. We're culturally enriching them.
Oh, you know they're gonna try and call that gentrifying Africa.
I thought gentrification would be if the Boers left.
Oh. Well, when you put it like that. God, freaking hell, it just keeps on going. Oh my god, okay.
Deport the rioter, the redditor, the DEI enthusiast.
Based.
I mean, they're not even flying our flags at this point, so...
No.
Siege says, Ace is right, not far enough. I'm not, but my family did at one time farm in South Africa. I do have a very green thumb, and I'm not past moving for work, lol. Creek says, so what is this comic? How is it, and how much time do we have left? Also, I was camping this weekend. It was fun. What do Michelangelo and Kurt Cobain have in common? They both paint a ceiling. Oh no!
Oh. 0 to 100.
You know, there is a certain other individual, a certain other painter, who is also known in the end for painting the scenery. In this case, in a bunker.
Oh.
Some say his efforts to paint his local bunker were his finest piece of art.
And sadly, we'll never get to see it.
Krieg says if you weren't demonetized more before, you sure as hell are now. Siege says the talk is better than the comic. Okay, says you can't gentrify Africa as being gentrified since caveman age. I mean... Alright, let's continue the madness of the actual comic.
Yeah. Trust me, we've only skimmed the surface.
These doors won't budge. John, what are you doing? We're not allowed to use our lightsabers unsupervised. I don't think the council would have given us real lightsabers instead of training blades if they didn't think we might need to use them. These are scary times, and that's why they've set up the Guardian protocols in the first place. You and Toko have already done so much to help. It's my turn. You are a Jedi, John. Be brave.
Oh my god, the white character actually being useful in a Star Wars Marvel comic?
Well, he's white, so he's almost certainly going to either cut through someone on the other side or do something horrific.
Yeah,
or
true.
Not.
Well, who knows? Maybe he'll turn out to be the villain in the end. Also, what are those faces? What are those?
Page 11 or page 10, yeah.
Oh my god, I would expect this from some bande dessinée from France, not a close-up shot. But sure, yeah.
Krieg says, are the Jedi using child soldiers again? Is Master Yoda an African warlord? Well, to quote Jedi Master Yoda himself, the Force wills it. Yeah, Jedi Master Yoda is quickly becoming the general butt naked of the Star Wars universe at this point.
We need a general butt naked. It would actually improve the Star Wars universe. I am General Butt Naked. I activate my powers. I then become a priest. Dude. The fact that I think he's still walking around to this day. It's insane. Okay.
Wait, Urus says, when one uses his mind to paint, they did not mean that way, funny mustachio man. There are so many spicy jokes I can make about that shit. There's so many spicy jokes I can make about a certain other image, a photograph, if you will, of a bridge at night that went over around the internet.
Oh, very tempting.
I haven't, because, to be fair, right? To be fair, that person was, 17, so yeah. And that person was also a victim, from what I understand, so I was tempted. There's a reason why I got back into playing Mercenaries too, because one of the lines from your character, if they jump out of a helicopter, is, and I quote, "Long way down!" Woo!
Oh, that's so bad.
So, thanks for reminding me of one of my childhood favorite games, I guess.
Dude, that's the thing. Mercenaries. I remember playing Mercenaries 2. Such a fun game.
Actually, I say childhood memory. I was already an adult when I played it, but close enough.
Yeah. I remember playing as a teenager, and I wouldn't mind if that game got at least a re-release. Doesn't necessarily need a remaster, just
that game and the original Mercenaries both. The PC version is considered not the worst version. That would apparently be the PS2 version, but Yokai says, funny how Britain makes the Night of Long Knives look like a child play. The fact here's a spicy thing to consider. You remember when Count Dacula got arrested for his dog?
Yes, I did.
Here's the thing about that. The actual Nazis in World War II did actually question a guy for exactly the same thing as to make fun of Hitler. The thing is, even the National Socialists, even the Nazis, weren't that authoritarian to actually arrest him. But the Scottish government certainly was.
Oh, funny how history has a tendency to repeat itself.
Oh. James Ritter says the new AK-47 lightsaber.
I come all the way to the ocean. I have my AK-47. I use the power of the Force to turn completely butt naked.
To be fair, I think there are at least a few games where you could, like Super Star Wars, back before the Force was fully understood of what the exact limitations were. I'm pretty sure invisibility was a thing you could do with the Force in the Super Star Wars games.
Yeah. I just think it's still just so freaking funny, though. Like, if somebody actually... Like, because... You remember that bit in South Park, the anime episode, where Cartman turns invisible?
Yes, I do.
I love to think in the middle of like an intense Jedi battle, one mission requires stealth, and the same circumstances required, and then you have a Jedi going up to like a high CIS or even the Empire, and just like sneaking around, and then suddenly it stops activating, and it's just in the middle of nowhere, and everyone looks at you. It's like, Kate, what the hell are you doing?
I'm reminded there was this one movie that came out in the late 90s. I forget the name of it, but it had it had basically the same joke. But it had a bunch of different superhero-like characters. It was a parody of superhero films. But their powers...
Men? Huh? Mystery Men! Yeah, Mystery Men.
Maybe. Because you had you had the one dude that could kill people with farts.
Yes, yep.
And you had the one dude that could turn invisible when no one was looking at him or looking his direction.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Then you had the one girl who had her dead dad's skull in a bowling ball or something.
Dude, yeah, I love this movie. Mystery Men is really underrated. Like, not a lot of people know about it today, but I remember watching it all the time. It's perfect for movie nights.
Speaking of, I actually need to get back into movie nights for us, and I think I have the perfect film to get back into with. So I'll probably do movie night tomorrow, but you ready for the film I'm holding in my hand right now that I think would be perfect?
What would it be?
A John Woo film, Hard Boiled.
I can't wait for the pigeon flying. Oh.
Alright, so yeah, okay, Mystery Men. Yeah, that was one film that I recalled. Krieg says, Ace, have you seen 12 Angry Men? I've seen bits of it, yeah. It's a good film.
Oh, I love that film. It is an amazing film.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good. Even though it's 12 guys in a room talking about a particular case, like the way the situations like slowly flip, holy hell, it is amazing to see it going.
Yeah. Oro says Nico mentioning South Park and me remembering a comment in Reloaded that said not even South Park are going to be able to parody this. Oh, they are! They kind of have. Now remember the camp of tolerance or the camp of intolerance.
Yes.
Intolerance will not be tolerated.
Literally looking like Auschwitz. Everything shot in like black and white, like it is Schindler's List. Oh man. Anyway, shall we continue?
Yes, we shall. Krieg says, real quick, the High Republic is literally so lame. Less than 100. Rule 34 works of it. That is incredibly low. Wait, there are Rule 34 of this at all? Okay, that is kind of...
I don't believe you. Like I don't want to sound like an asshole, but it's just like I kind of don't believe you, considering the quality that we've had. But okay.
You know it's going to be... you know that the worst part is that Rule 34 stuff is going to have more effort put into it than the actual High Republic.
Yeah, who knows? They might even outright the writers.
Yeah. Let's continue.
Dude, freaking My Immortal would be considered a higher form of art. A better piece of writing, but okay. I don't know if you ever heard of the Harry Potter My Immortal fanfiction.
I have not, and I probably don't want to see it either.
Okay, I'll summarize. Okay, imagine this. It's a Harry Potter fanfic. Mm-hmm. It is, you have a character who's basically a vampire goth chick alternative, and and literally every other character becomes a goth, and it is like... It's kind of like looking into the mind of someone who is obsessed with one particular subculture and never goes beyond that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so you have someone who is obviously, like, you have a Mary Sue, a goth Mary Sue who is loved by pretty much every character, where the main character literally goes into a love relationship with freaking Draco Malfoy, and they fly in their, I think it was a all-black Lamborghini, and fly that car into a My Chemical Romance concert. I'm just like, what is this? It needs... Dude, you need to see the Internet Historian video on it. It is just so freaking... It's so bad, it becomes almost good again.
Wait, Internet Historian did a video on it?
Oh, yeah, he did.
Alright, I might
and he did it, by the way, it's in 3 parts, by the way.
Oh, God. That is Shia LaBeouf level of lore at that point.
Yes. Oh.
Alright, let's continue.
You did it, John!
It was amazing!
Master Buckets, we need your help! For one thing, I need to find out where everything but my torso is!
Master Buckets!
We were talking about Harry Potter, and just like in the Sorcerer's Stone, my body's missing.
an invisible cloak. I think it's the artist being shit again.
Also, my face is missing. Oh no, it's Mass Effect Andromeda Syndrome. My face is tired, so it didn't render.
Krieg says, my Immortal is so incredibly bad, there's more than 10% chance that it was a parody of bad fanfic. It takes serious effort to make something that bad. Is that a Jedi robo wheelchair? What? Oh yeah, that's also a thing.
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me.
Just imagine like a full-on Yoda battle with these kinds of things. It's like doing the spin.
I'm gonna show V this image. Just the image of the Jedi in the wheelchair.
Yeah, you gotta.
You know that reaction.
It's gonna be grand. What are you doing out here? There is a lockdown. It isn't safe.
It's not exactly safe in there either.
Yokai says we reached Andromeda. Or it says, I am 99.99% sure that in the High Republic, you wouldn't end up disabled as someone with so much influence just because you had the medical abilities to not end a cripple.
But also, like, if you are crippled in the Star Wars universe, there are alternatives you can get. Surely, like, this is a world, obviously, massive space travel and all kinds of medical advances. Like, I mean, full on, you can get robotic limbs. Like, what do you need a wheelchair for?
Darth Vader. They could have had a light side of the Force Darth Vader in this.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, they gave us Wheelchair Woman.
It's inclusive, I'll give you that.
But Darth Vader wasn't?
Well, you see, he was experiencing Jedi toxicity, or I can't even commit to the bit. Just imagine like toxic masculinity, but it's Jedi.
Mm. This child got scared and started to choke on his snack frogs. So that's what those were the snack frogs in Doom they were talking about.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I actually forgot the title of the story. Oh, and we're back with Buckets of Blood, who still looks like a fried testicle. By the light, of course, let me help. Do not fear, young one. My name is Torban Buck, but you can call me Buckets. All the children do. It's like, oh wow, all the children do. Buckets of Blood. I am a Jedi Master, but I am also a healer. Also, are you thinking about rolling as a tank in World of Warcraft? You'll be feeling better in no time.
Alright.
The child is distressed, but his airway is clear. He'll be feeling fine before he knows it. You said he was choking? And how did you get him out of the theater? The doors were sealed.
Did you not see the red, steaming hot magma around the part of the door that they cut through? You were looking right at it!
It was literally a page ago! Fucking... The evidence should be quite clear.
Okay, so today I learned that Jedi Masters don't require object permanence as part of their mental faculties. If he doesn't see it, it doesn't exist.
And if it doesn't exist on the same page, it probably didn't happen.
We,
It seemed like an emergency, so
It all happened really fast, but Toko and I worked together to use the Force to get the snack frog out.
And I cut through the theater door with my lightsaber.
You broke rules and took incredible risk, but you saved this child. You chose light and life, even though you knew you would all pay a personal price. That personal price being your life. All right. Doing the right thing, no matter what the cost. That is the Jedi way. The Order needs that, especially now, but not when your own Jedi are literally dying.
Yes, how dare you go against the orders of the Jedi Council and search that wreck of Starlight Beacon that might have survivors. Oh, it actually did have survivors.
Mm-hmm. Buckets of Blood is proud. Oh my god! It's one. Buckets of Blood is proud of you. Why would that be a name you'd want to, with around the kids? Aneurysm. Sorry, it gives me an aneurysm.
That's going to be a new meme image. Buckets of Blood is proud of you. Whenever a far leftist is calling for genocide or something like that, I'm just going to put that up there. Buckets of Blood is proud of you.
Oh my god, you could so easily turn this into like just a square meme, and you know what? After this, I'll send it to you personally.
Yes.
Yeah. But there's still a chance of Nihil attack, which means you have a job to do. And go back inside, protect those children. And if you happen to watch a holo while you do it, well, Buckets of Blood says you've earned it. Yes, you have. Imagine saying that. Sending that to a freaking leftist in California. Yes, you have earned burning down this shop. You have earned looting down this shop. After all, if it's under 1,000, you got a squeaky clean record.
Yeah.
Sorry, mine came a million miles away. Go on, younglings. Enjoy yourselves while you can.
That sounds like a threat.
Yeah, it does.
Heart to Heart, Iridu City.
Oh my, and the art gets fan fiction.
War is coming to Iridu. I can sense it. The tension between people on the street, the way the air crackles with violence. It reminds me of the moment before lightning strikes. It's familiar because I've lived through it twice. Back on home on the low, we didn't stand a chance against the Nihil. They tore us apart and took everything from us. Will the same thing happen here too?
You're about to get grabbed.
Guess who?
Emerson, what are you doing here? And then there's her, Emerson Tarkin, my contact with the Iridu Resistance, and my friend.
I think it's gonna be... Sorry, I was just gonna say, I think it's gonna be a bit more than friends, considering the track record.
But feelings are complications, and I can't afford to get distracted from my mission. I told you I'd meet you further in the city. It's not safe for a Tarkin to be this close to the Warden's stronghold.
Like it's any safer for a Nihil to sneak into the Tarkin estate.
But if the Warden catches you...
He won't. I've been sneaking in and out of the places my entire life. My family still think I'm too young to help the cause, even though every Tarkin is trained to fight as soon as we can hold a weapon.
Speaking of, let's talk about the artwork real quick. That image on the left.
Oh my god, I'm reminded of Cole Pilkington. That is the most cross-eyed people I've ever seen in my entire life.
As the kid, as a kid from a short bus once said, I'm down.
Oh, that's actually a small thing. I'm actually thinking of making a comic one day, where it's literally a pimp down, as in a pimp that has Down syndrome. Pimp down with his down bitches.
Or it says that face, that hand, that blah. Gettler says it's Spaceballs with cross-eyed officer. Yes.
Oh my god. Oh my god, if you look at the artwork, it's pull my finger. She let one go for real.
Man, I've never had a fart go so badly it made me go cross-eyed before, but you do you, I guess.
Also, can I just say, man, she sounds so smug. The Tarkin.
We won't let the Nihil destroy Area 2 City like they did Lonisa City.
You don't know that.
Area 2's warriors. We'll fight them to our last breath. You never told me why you joined the Nihil, but you've been passing as intel on Wharton's forces for months. You're part of this too? You're part of this now too?
I know. Now take this data card and get out of here. I have to go before...
Before what, Dragon?
Warden, I can...
Explain. Please do, Lieutenant. I'm dying to know why you're consorting with the youngest Tarkin daughter, and what's contained in that data card.
If he finds out, he'll kill me. I can't die here, not yet.
He already knows, bitch. And this also adds context that really didn't want to be added to the High Republic adventure story, because he supposedly trusts her before she betrayed him. So him doing this now, and this being part of the backstory, really undermines that.
Not when I'm so close to getting what I want. The data card is bait.
Dragon?
You wanted a way to make the Tarkins capitulate. Now you have one.
A valuable hostage indeed. Aren't you clever? So that's how it is? What a shame. I really liked you.
So, this face on the left-hand side... that is the face of bad touch if I have ever seen it from a chick.
Mm-hmm. Also,
that's
hand.
The face of, oh, I'm about to show you how it is, and you're...
Oh my god, look at the hand. It is so mangled. I think it's on the forget which page it's on, because I do it all in one.
Wait, page 16. Holy shit, that hand.
Look at that hand. Look at that. Oh, it's disgusting. Oh.
Whenever I see someone say "what a shame," my first thing I remember is Deus Ex. What a shame. He was a good man. What a rotten way to die.
Good. That's one last loose end.
What a shame. I really liked it. After the Tarkin girl.
I'll get her.
Siege says this art is balls, and Paul Schlock says she's double-jointed. Where it says, oh my god, how could it become worse? You're about to find out, I'm sure. Craig says to me, a friend of mine has gotten into one fight too many. He broke several fingers quite a few times. They're all bent. They're less messed up as the hands in these comics. I believe it.
Yeah.
Run, Emerson. Don't let us catch you.
Whoa. Ugh.
Void, you lot are clumsy.
Eat it, crack buckets. How is she so fast? Oh, sorry.
I'm not the only one who has to survive. Wait, I recognize this part of city. I've been here dozens of times. It's the Tarkin estate.
Drop your weapons, Nihil scum. Lady Emilcine, are you injured? Just my pride. What shall we do with this filth? You can dispose of them like, oh my god. Except for her, she's coming with me.
And that face, those eyes are not aligned. One is lower than the other. It's like
also,
it's like saying Mr. Potato Head if you put the eyes in the wrong slots.
Yeah, but it also just like that's the thing. Like it feels like the mouth is centered wrong. Like you need to move it a little bit to the right, and also the nose a little bit to the right, and you would be able to make it a lot more you know, seeming naturally.
Yeah, but that's far too much to ask for this artist, clearly.
Yeah, it's too much to ask for even an annual.
They had 1 year to make this.
1 year, folks. 1 year. And this is what we got. I mean, we've been getting this continuously, for who am I say?
Alright, let's continue. Left Cavalier says 10 out of 10 artwork.
What is going on?
This is brewed perfectly, Gran.
Cat!
Alright,
No,
I'll
go ahead.
voice her.
No,
Cat floor tea, drink it. No thank you, ma'am. Don't be shy. It's very calming. You look like you could use some calming. Okay. No, wait. Why are you offering me tea? I should be in a cell or something.
Do you want that?
Bounce, wow, wow.
I don't understand. Why are you being kind to me?
Because I want to fuck you. Because you're my friend. Sorry, I can't help it. I have to do the California voice.
It works.
Oh, yeah.
Siege says her eye, and now they are having tea. Oh, F off. Yokai says, wait, is this a time skip or flashback? Valoden, yeah, this is a flashback. Drink it. Why?
But I'm not a very good friend. If you knew what I'd done, you'd understand.
Also, that face, again.
That looks more man than... Actually, yeah, I think that's female.
Yeah.
I think so. I have no idea.
Oro says, Nico, I fucking hate you.
You're welcome.
Okay, clearly something happened that I am not privy to, so I will leave that be. Greek says, see, I don't even know what's going on well enough to mock this. It's not funny bad like Space Cthulhu. It is just bad, yeah.
It's just bad. Well, the thing is, like, it's always good to try and put a comedic spin on it because it is torture to actually go through this. It's just, you know, and besides, it's for your entertainment, folks. It's like,
yes.
Why else would I do this?
All right, let's continue before this becomes the longest stream of all time.
You got us both out of that situation with the warden.
I took you hostage. The innocence of youth.
The innocence of you.
hostage taking. Just girls will be girls, I guess.
God. Oh, imagine. There are several people out there who have been hostages. Imagine you just say to them, it's like, it's the innocence of youth, wasn't it? Oh my God, try saying this in freaking Vietnam.
I know people that were actually hostages at one point or another. Just the sheer thought of me saying to them, the innocence of youth. Holy shit.
Holy hell. It's like, oh, no. Captured by freaking Saddam Hussein's freaking son. Oh, he's just the innocence of youth. He was new to the internet. He was expressing himself, you know?
He was expressing himself to your newlywed wife on her wedding day.
Before getting out of the window, but
Siege says they think this is normal. It's insane. Yeah. The other guy says the grandma had a hostage kink. She's probably sitting there writing love letters to Mark Yanro.
Oh my God. Actually, oh God. I know it's a scarf, but I just kind of imagine it's like an unwrapped hijab. What
if she was the real space Palestinian all along?
What if she was the second of many wives?
Turns out her family came from the moon of Jeddah.
Oh God.
They were forced to flee because of the activities of the convocation against the space Palestinians.
And I guess, Auschwitz was just spring break.
If you ask a history teacher in Palestine what their thoughts are on that, you're probably going to have a pretty spicy answer. Why are there people? All I'm asking is, why are there migrants in Germany holding up signs advocating for Mustache Man that also happen to be flying the Palestinian flag? That's a question I don't think leftists will ever answer.
Oh my God. What was the name of that one? Cannibal Gulag, that island. The one under Stalin, what was it? Novoskia Island?
I know the
Nova
island you're talking about, and yeah.
That, you know what? That was just summer camp, you know? It was in the height of their youth.
You know what they say about a battle royale island? Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
The invasions in Poland, they weren't really invasions, really. It was just the summer of love.
Was it really that bad for the Soviets to take all of Ukraine's grain back in the 30s?
Oh, no.
And then export the goddamn stuff.
Oh,
which I have heard so many fucking leftists try to defend. The same leftists that'll have the Ukrainian flag in their bio, which is fucking funny. Because guess what the law says in Ukraine about what happened in early 30s Ukraine? They don't say it was an accident. They don't say the Soviets were innocent. They basically put it on the same level as the certain summer camps with the roller coasters and wooden doors.
An accident, a mistake, it was all a part of the past, and I'm just gonna shut up now because my brother is half Ukrainian, and I should probably shut up now.
Hell, being a game dev, I got friends that happen to be from Ukraine. I happen to have friends that happen to be from Russia. It's part of the reason why I'm not exactly a big fan of the war in general.
Yeah.
Because one of these days I might very well see one of them in the next drone footage or something.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, too. A lot of these devs I know from both sides of that conflict happen to be pretty based as well, generally. They're pretty chill dudes, both. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, like, I would just... In general, the only thing I hope for is an end to it soon enough, and at least, like, they don't... at least as a end to the conflict, they don't talk to each other for, at the very least, 50 to 100 years, because this is not gonna... This is gonna stay within the public consciousness for quite a while.
You know, until the next current thing, and then it's going to very quickly disappear.
Yeah.
Laughing Cavalier says, somehow 20th century genocides are a more fun topic of conversation than High Republic. Yeah.
Honestly, the irony is yes.
All I'm going to say is, it's not really the Holodomor you should never talk to Ukrainian about. It's more the Banderites you should never talk to them about. Because that is where things get very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
If you're familiar with the Banderites. So...
I'm not, but I have heard...
so the Banderites sided with Funny Mustache Man. And
right, Bandera. Right, sorry. That's right. Yeah. I know what you mean. Okay.
And did some pretty messed up things in Poland. The Poles have a certain opinion of the Banderites, and for reasons.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah.
What did the Canadian government mean by having a Banderite on for their... yeah, remember that time where the Canadian government got a Banderite that was part of the SS into the Canadian Parliament and all started cheering him on? Holy shit.
I did not know that. Holy hell.
The guy they got... Yeah, to try to show their support for Ukraine, they actually got a veteran from Ukraine that fought in World War II. About that.
Oh, man. Okay, shall we continue with the innocence of our youth?
Yes, before we get absolutely everyone pissed off at us.
I'm sure we already have, but it'll be worth it.
Yeah, everyone gets a little bit. That's the way it should work.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so let the madness continue. But yeah, that's the perfect quote for this whole comic. That somehow 20th century genocides are a more fun topic of conversation than High Republic.
You know what is funny though with this particular image? You could literally splice, like you could edit this, right? And you can edit it in a way where what's her face, Emiyasu or whatever it was, can literally say like the most horrific thing, and the granny can just have the pre-made response, the innocent of youth. The innocence of youth. It's like, the Holodomor really just starved millions upon millions of people. The innocence of youth. Hitler, the funny mustache man, put people into a special camp. The innocence of youth. It's like, this is perfect for that kind of meme.
Yeah, it is. I've actually, since Oris is saying, it was in the news everywhere.
Well, bear in mind, I don't listen to the news because regardless of which side it is, I feel like everyone's lying to me. So, yeah, I don't pay attention.
All right, let me see if I can find it here. But yeah, I want to. Someone made a meme video of it. A show of the footage where they redubbed it, where they had him say, We have with us today a literal Nazi, and they all start clapping.
Oh my! Oh wait! Yeah. Whoa! Hang on. Yeah, it's the one that got the one that had to hide all of his tattoos, right? Oh, that story. Yeah, yeah. Now I remember it. Oh, yeah. That was an event.
All right. Let's get.
Yeah, yeah.
Lev Kevlar says the Speaker of the House realized halfway through, which was hilarious. Yeah. Yokai says genocide is always a fun topic to discuss. The left always try to pivot the conversation to a one during World War II or a fake new one. I'm not going to question what the. I think I know. All right, but I think it's time to up the game on referencing unfortunate events and making edgy memes out of them. Like, when are we going to start making campaign posters for King Leopold II? You know, the monarch known for his unique hands-off approach to ruling the Congo.
Can we finally get Rhodesia anytime soon?
Actual Rhodesia or what Zimbabwe did to Rhodesia?
The true, based, untainted Rhodesia. No.
All right. Let's actually continue into the comic here because we are at it for an hour and a half already. And
the thing is, we can literally go on forever with this kind of talk.
We're going to make this into a two-parter, I think, at this point because we've already been at it for an hour and a half. We would be here all day if we kept this up.
Yeah, I mean, I literally have all the time in the universe right now, but I mean, I don't know about you.
I think I'll turn this into a two-parter, so yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Uro says, when you make an oopsie in public TV and everyone sees a fatality hit on screen because that was pure political gore. Yokai says both. Greek says, Granny probably just has a holovid of her decapitating the tied-up captives of one of her family campaigns one by one in the competition with her colleagues. She won. Well, she is a Tarkin now that you mention it, so you might be onto something.
Okay.
The intent is only part of the equation, Drigget. The rest is the result. That's the Tarkin way.
Wait, so her intent was to take you hostage. It helped out of sheer accident. Therefore, it's perfectly okay? What? Oh, this just gets better and better.
They're freaking hell. Like, we just keep digging. We just keep digging. We don't even have to say anything.
This goes beyond a means to an end. Because the means to an end implies that at the very bare minimum, that was also the intent. You know, the end result was also the intent. This is separating intent from what ultimately happens in conclusion.
Oof.
That is...
Like, if anyone actually had this thinking, it'd be the most messed up person ever. Freaking hell. It was the most practical option. I would have done it too. No! Are you kidding me? No. She follows in her granny's footsteps. Oh my god! Dude, I know the Tarkings eventually become villains, but fucking hell, this is the most... They are... Like, this is... It runs in the family, being messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Oh, okay.
and it brought us time to escape with this a head count of the warden's forces, a Nihil com code, and the name of every Nihil in Area 2 City and brief wrong. This issue, this info will save lives. That's why I trust you, bigot. I mean, Drigget.
Close enough. She's woke, so close enough.
Yep.
Siege says these people are insane. Laughing Cavalier says, what a great moral to draw from this story. I know. When the Nihil took over my hometown, I had a choice. Join them or die.
Oh! That's not really a choice, is it?
What is it when you ask someone for your stuff? What? It is diplomacy. Suggestion. What is it when you ask them for your stuff with a gun? Persuasion.
Holy hell. Oh. This is a gold mine. Dude, I kind of wish we would get more annuals despite the bad quality.
I'm reminded.
This is content gold. Oh.
I am going to be making shorts for so fucking long on High Republic.
Yes.
I'm already on a backlog all the way from... Right, so the live stream, I'm pretty sure the live stream I did on High Republic that I'm currently making shorts on came out in June of last year or something like that already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm already a full year behind just making shorts. I am going to be making shorts on High Republic probably until 2028.
It'll be worth it. Oh. The content form, there's almost no end to it.
There's so many memeable moments I can be taken for all the wrong reasons.
Well, yes.
I had a choice. I could have joined them or I could have died. Today I learned Cavan Scott really does believe that the tax system is voluntary.
Look, it was either joining or Canadian healthcare. Your choice.
I thought as long as I was alive, I could protect people, fix things. Instead, I broke them forever. I'm not helping the movement out of loyalty to the Republic. I'm doing it because I hate the Nihil and I want them to burn. I'm not a hero like you, MLC. Yes, the hero that would happily take hostages.
Whose granny even suggested it. The innocence of youth, after all.
You don't have to be a sacrifice either. Will you stay?
You know I can't. I have to go back until I've seen this through. Okay, that's not going to go well, and you fucking know it's not going to go well if the warden had even half a brain cell.
Does he, though? That's a good question, though. Does he?
I mean, he has actually done some things that were actually good calls. You know, like letting the Jedi, sending the Jedi prisoners out into space as a diversion. That was a cold, calculated move. But it wasn't a dumb one either, was it?
No.
I'm not sure the man's a good... Well, the man is a dumbass, but he's had moments of brilliance, is what I'm getting through. And how he manages to trust her completely after this.
It's It's all part of his 4D chess game.
Let's continue.
Then take this with you.
No, sorry.
Then take this with you. My hair is proof for the warden. And my signet ring for luck. You could bring it back to me when the war is over.
Okay, but he's not going to... surely he wouldn't be dumb enough to fall for that. And where's the data card? You might as well at least give her a forged data card that has a whole bunch of nothing on it. Because otherwise, he will kill her if she doesn't bring back the data card.
Yep. A lock of her hair and a ring proves literally nothing. Like, even with a death, I don't think even that will be enough. Don't you dare, big-head Paszki.
Don't worry. I've survived until now, deep in the heart of the Nighthill, biding my time until I can get my revenge. Immelson Tarkin won't be a problem for us anymore.
That's my cutthroat apprentice. Now come. Come join us, bigot.
This is where I need to be. Fill me in. What did I miss? When I get my chance, I'll be ready.
He didn't even ask for any evidence from her.
Oh. Bruh.
It gets worse and worse. I know there's another story here. I'm not reading it yet. We're doing a part 2. Because we've been at this for an hour and a half. This is one of the longest streams that I've done for 20 pages.
Yeah. And this is a content farm. We're going to savor it.
Yes. Yes, we are.
And it's all for you. All for you, baby. Dear audience.
Yokai says the author doesn't know what a data card is. He doesn't have because plot armor. Greek says these idiots make Natasi Dala look competent by comparison. Oof. Or says Ace, forget the data card. It is a new storm wall. It doesn't matter beyond the previous moment. Greek says why the warden is one of the few with a good design. Ace, give me a shotgun. I need to Corbin Cobain myself. Cavalier says it's a gold mine. Siege says sublime levels of cringe. Or says Ace's desire to Alt F4 from this reality is increasing. Yes.
Just remember, get a Canadian keyboard for that.
It's a pretty view. Craig says this is not a gold mine. We're not digging for gold. We're not drilling for oil. We're excavating shit, hot liquid shit. Correct.
Oh, yeah. It's for your own good and for your entertainment.
Correct. This liquid hot shit will fertilize my meme farms for a long time.
Oh, the cream of the crop. That's the thing. Is this, so far, I don't think it's going to be worse than, what was it, Starlight Beacon? But this is bordering on the stupidity.
I'm not sure it's quite bordering that levels of atrocious, but this is really bad. And it is consistent. Part 2 is really where it got really, really atrocious, I think. No, part 1 was stupid, but it was the kind of stupid that was inconsequential for the most part in terms of the bigger picture.
Yeah.
This second story, though, does actually have implications in the bigger picture, and it fucking wrecks it when you thought it couldn't get any more wrecked.
It's absurd.
Creek says, if I use these comics as toilet paper, my anus would go on strike.
Dude, at that point, you would have no ass and you had to shit.
The prison system should use this as the reading material for the inmates.
The freaking Am is looking at this. It's like, I thought I could hate, but never as much as this.
Creek says, I'm glad 90% of the cast are gay. At least now we can live in confidence that most of this cast won't be reproducing. Neither will most of the writers. And that's a good thing.
That's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Yokai says, and that is why I read manga. At least I can look at good art even in the story suck like this shit. Fair point.
I mean, fair point. There is also, you can also try the older stuff. That's always a possibility.
Mm.
Like, you have, over 80 years worth of content to pick from. You are actually spoiled for choice, my boy. If you're looking for comics, that is. But manga as well, yeah.
Oro says, reproduction is scary if all you have to look forward to is these genetics. Well, that's the thing. These are dead ends. These are self-correcting issues. Craig says, the Tarkins in this comic look like they've been keeping the bloodline strong. Yeah.
Oh, my. Tarkins are Targaryens. It all makes sense now.
Yes, very much like the Habsburgs. The Tarkans are taking the phrase, go fuck yourselves, far too literally.
Oh, man. The topics and everything. It just keeps on rolling.
Craig says, I actually got me to feel contemptuous enough to begin writing a Star Wars short story of my own, because I think I can do better, and thus far, going good. It's good to hear.
Dude, by all means, do it, man. I would actually, literally, if this is the standard, you're pretty much good. That's the thing. If this is the standard, you're pretty much good.
Yeah, and I'm probably going to stream something tomorrow to get the bad taste of this comic out of my mouth. Probably going to be some more Settlers 4 or something.
Nice.
Because I enjoy playing Settlers 4. It's an ultimate comfy game. It has just enough...
Is it like an RTS game, or what is it?
Yes, it is. I did a stream of it a few days ago.
I might have missed that.
Yeah, probably. So,
yeah.
It's also a weird game. If you know your history, this is going to make you start pulling out your hair a little bit, a plot of Settlers 4, and also Settlers 3 while at it. So, I did need to mention the Settlers 3 and 4, I guess, you could kind of see as a soft reboot because they changed up the gameplay considerably. 2 is considered the best. So, okay, so a little bit of backstory. These games are very popular in one country, very specifically. Can you guess which country?
Germany?
Yes.
No, oh my god, I was right.
Yes, the home country of failed Austrian painters is... is the country most associated with the Settlers games, which is why most of the videos on these games happen to be in German, as well as guides and what have you. Especially Settlers 3 and 4, because So they changed it up very substantially, like I said. So, 2, building roads to connect your stuff was as important as you could get in Settlers 2. Whereas in Settlers 3, roads do not actually exist from a gameplay perspective at all.
Yeah.
Which is kind of up there with taking out base building from Command & Conquer. But the difference is, unlike CNC4, Settlers 3 and 4 actually do have a fan base. Because not everything was cringe with them, unlike Command & Conquer 4. But yeah, it's a very colorful looking series of games, but the factions, so Settlers 3, The factions were the Romans, the ancient Egyptians, which makes sense, and then the third faction was just called Asians, but are actually Chinese.
Mm-hmm.
Then the expansion added in a fourth faction, the Amazons. And the plot is all about basically the Christian god or Abrahamic god being the boss of all these various polytheistic religions. So basically, for example, the Roman gods all answer to the Abrahamic god, as do all the Egyptian gods and all the Chinese gods and whatnot. And the whole point is, and the whole plot of the game is that the gods are getting lazy, so he makes them choose a challenger of sorts to lead their various peoples and prove which of them is the best of the three various god religions, I guess. It's a weird one. And the expansion pack doesn't help too much either. But then you get Settlers 4. The three factions in that, in the original base game, are the Romans again. Then you have the Vikings. Then you have the Mayans.
Nice.
The Mayans are the third faction. Also, the Mayans are the only ones that have gunpowder. I'm just gonna let that sit for a moment in your mind.
Just because, yeah, sure, why not?
Oh, everyone can mine sulfur in the game, including the other two factions. It's just they can only really trade with it. They can't really do anything themselves with it. But the Mayans actually use sulfur to make gunpowder in it. And then the fourth faction they added in was the Trojans. So the oldest, historically speaking, who get as a special unit backpack catapults. Because of course they do.
It makes all the sense. It all. Okay. All
But
right.
it's a fun series, though. It is a fun series, though.
I believe it.
I've never seen Vikings look more adorable in a game.
Dude, hey, as long as I get my representation. Ho, ho, we're going to root. Hooty-goody.
Or says gunpowder, Mayans, Siege is laughing, and F. Cavalier says, ah, yes, just what I remember from the Iliad. And the fourth game, the plot's even weirder, too, because you have this one dark god, I guess, that tries to do an insurrection against the Abrahamic god, so he then gets banished to Earth, but he hates green.
Mm-hmm.
So he hates plants, so he ends up trying to create, I guess, a dark Remy world or whatever, and so you have gardeners to fight him. I kid you not, actual gardeners are key to winning the wars in the game.
Because, yeah, of course. Why not? Why not?
It is just so bonkers. It's one of those games that needs to be seen to be believed. So, I'm going to... Huh?
I was just going to say, it's like, you know, it kind of reminds me of that one game, the one that, what was it? The one that predicted 9/11 and a bunch of other stuff. The one that you told me about?
I would assume you're talking about the Strike games.
Yeah, the Strike games. Kind of reminds me of that level of ridiculousness, but...
Yeah, but where that is actually predicting stuff and is the Nostradamus of video games, this is more Ancient Aliens, the video game.
Going on an acid trip.
Except there is already an Ancient Aliens, the video game. Which I ended up doing a live stream on April Fool's Day. And, yeah, I actually ended up cheesing that game a little bit to get to the very end of it and found the plot was getting crazier and crazier on that. But anyways, yeah, I think we're at a good time to go ahead and call it. The fact that we're doing anything but reading more High Republic should probably tell you about the quality of this particular piece of media.
Yep. Dude, we went into so many freaking tandems and all that. It was worth it though. It's just this comic does inspire. Oh.
This comic inspires me to do anything but read it.
Yeah. But the memes, though, I will say, the memes, they'll be glorious.
Yes.
And I cannot wait for the short you'll make.
Oh, yes. Well, unfortunately, probably will in about a year or two. The way these are going. Yeah. So, yeah, I think we're at a good stopping point. So, yeah. This has been Ace.
This has been Nico40K.
Thank you once again for being on.
Oh, thank you for having me.
And we both hope to see you all again soon, which we will next week with this comic once again. Page 21 is where we'll be starting. Mm-hmm. We're not even halfway through it, but we are 2 of the stories through, so that's where we're going to call it. So yeah, this has been Ace. Yep. Hope to see you all again soon. Until then, take care. Ace out.
Canadian healthcare.